You might have seen this stunning photograph somewhere on the internet and may have wondered what exactly are these beautiful and fascinating objects. Well, these stellar objects are called as nebula, which means cloud or fog in Latin. But these clouds are not similar to what we see on Earth. They are a lot more massive and have different composition. In this episode, we are going to dive into explore nebulas and find out what exactly are these stellar nurseries, which are often the birthplace of a star. Nebulas are huge clouds of gases and dust comprising mostly of hydrogen and helium. These gases are found in the region between the stars called as interstellar space. Even though the interstellar gas is very dispersed, at certain places the amount of matter adds up to have a significantly higher density, making it possible to view through a telescope. The result is what we call a nebula. There are several different types of nebulas, primarily depending on how they form and their composition. The first of these is diffuse nebulae. They are extended and contained in no well-defined boundaries. They are again subdivided in three types, of which emission and reflection nebulas are called as visible light nebulas. Emission nebula, like Orion nebulae, are clouds of high temperature gas. The atoms in the clouds are energized by the ultraviolet light from a nearby star and emit radiation as they fall back into lower energy states. These nebulas are usually red because hydrogen, the most common gas in the universe, mostly emits red light. But when these nearby stars are not hot enough to ionize the nebulized gas, but is enough to give a sufficient scattering, forms a reflection nebula. Reflection nebulas are usually blue because blue light scatters more easily. On the other hand, when these molecular clouds are very dense, it do not exhibit visible radiation. These opaque clouds blocking light from the luminous objects behind them are called as dark nebulae. The nebulae, like Helix nebula, are formed due to the result of death of a star and are called as planetary nebula. They are formed when a star has burned through its fusion materials and its gravity causes it to collapse. As the star collapses, its interior heats up, producing stellar winds that last for a few thousand years and blows away the outer layer of the star. The core remnants then heats these gases and causes them to glow. In a few million years, our sun is also going to burn through its fusion materials and will collapse to form a planetary nebula. When a massive star around 1.4 times the mass of Sun dies, an enormous shock wave sweeps through the star at a high speed, blasting away various layers and leaving behind a core called as a neutron star and an expanding shell of matter known as supernova remnants. A supernova shock wave is much more violent than a stellar wind, which occurs during the end of a low-mass star. The most famous of this is Crab Nebula, which is all that is remained of a spectacular supernova that was observed by the Chinese astronomers in 1054. Most of the nebulas are visible from Earth using a telescope, but they do not look anything like the beautiful and colorful images you see in this video or anywhere on the internet. With your eye, you will merely see a diffused whitish cloud. To capture the spectacular nature of nebulae, telescopes such as Hubble Space Telescope, the new James Webb Space Telescope, and ISRO's AstroSat use infrared radiation emitted by the nebula to create an image. But one should not get disappointed with the fact that they cannot see a nebula in all its glory through their telescope, as the beauty lies in knowing the fact that these stellar nurseries are more than a few hundred light years away, and that you are looking back in time like a time traveler to observe these wonders of our universe.